Let me hear you. Good evening, global citizens. It's great to see that the rain hasn't stopped you all from coming out to help end global poverty. I've been a journalist for many years, and no matter the story I'm covering, whether it's about conflict, natural disasters, or political unrest, I always meet extraordinary people defending their community's rights. Despite the risk of persecution in many cases worldwide, countless brave individuals stand on the front lines of injustice. Even when they are forced to leave their homes, they continue their work from afar. These global citizens are fighting for the world's most vulnerable people.
Many, like me, were forced to leave Afghanistan 2 years ago. We were outspoken, we were brave, and we stood for what we believed in as human rights defenders. We were committed to fighting for education for girls and women in Afghanistan, and the Taliban did not like that. Some of us ended up in exile, like me. Some of us are still in prison. Some of us are still missing. Our lives were at risk due to the work that we were doing. But we won't stop fighting for our rights to education, even if it means working from across an ocean.
Yes, yes. Right on, yes. Nelson Mandela spent 27 years in prison for opposing South Africa's apartheid system. Martin Luther King Jr. went to jail 29 times for standing up for civil rights in America. Mahatma Gandhi was arrested for protesting the colonial government in India. We know these people and their stories, but we don't know the thousands of other human rights defenders that have been detained, harassed, imprisoned, and killed for their part in speaking out. We cannot take for granted the fact that we can assemble in Central Park and make our voices heard. So we gotta take action till we see change. Are y'all with that? Yes.
Over more human rights defenders from 26 countries were killed in 2022. Almost half of them were defending the environment. A few weeks ago, my friend Obed Karafour was one of them. He was killed while he was defending the right of community and against illegal resource extraction. In the last 10 years, more than 200 park rangers in DRC, in Virunga National Park, they was killed because of their work to protect our land. Currently, 5 human rights defenders in the region face injustice, 20 years sentence. We are asked for your solidarity.
So I would like to end with, keep the spotlight on human rights defenders. It shouldn't have taken a whole village for me to stand here. It shouldn't have me being arrested for me to be worthy enough to end up in the US. So please stand up with human rights defenders. Please make sure that they end up in countries where they can work for human rights and work from across different oceans. Thank you.